Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Ready for action. The rest of them lacking. Moving right past them. Who's lacking the passion?
And welcome to 93.9 KTAK's special presentation of WHSAA State Semifinal Playoff action here on WYO Today Media. We are with Dubois here facing Snake River in the semifinals of the 1A 6-man state championship tournament. We are one game away, one victory. Either the Rattlers or the Rams will be visiting Laramie next Saturday, I do believe, is the day of the 1A 6-man, and playing for a state champion. You are listening to 93.9 KTAK so that we could get it up in Dubois and allow y'all to hear it and be able to follow along. We are about 27 minutes from kickoff between the Rattlers and the Rams. Of course, these teams are very familiar with each other. They both come from the same side of the standings on 1A 6-man. The Rattlers come in, a little bit of an overview on them. They are 8-0, and they've pretty much had their way with everybody. They've allowed the most points they allowed was against Encampment. That was 37. They, of course, are the two-time defending state champions, are the Rattlers. And they have kind of made their way through the whole season with scores like 70-18, 53-0, 71-15. They did defeat Dubois 56-0, 70-13, 59-6. The Encampment game, although they allowed 37, 79-37, and they beat Matitsi last week, in the last game of the season, 71-8. They are, let's make no bones about it, by saying that they seem to be they are the best defensive team in 1A 6-man. Dubois is going to have to either cause themselves to get some breaks via turnovers, or they're going to have to play as near perfect as they can. Or Snake River at 8-0. They are led by their main rusher, Bridger Cozens. Kid is dynamite. They rush for about 342 yards per game, 113 through the air, averaging 456 per game total. They only allow 135 total against. 56 through the air, 79.3 through on the ground. Only allowing 3.4 yards per attempt, and when it's 15 yards for a first down, that is incredible. Bridger Cozens has had some incredible games. The one that we should really highlight, though, as far as their running back goes, is the Dubois game back on October 4th. He had 312 yards on only 12 carries, 26 yards per, 6 touchdowns. Through the air, Mason Jones is pretty darn good when you look at it. He's very efficient. And when he came, if you look at his best games, 13 of 16 against Riverside, 8 of 12 against Burlington. That's just been kind of the year. He had 207 yards. That's his max. They're only going to want to throw the ball for 100 yards or so just to free up the run. Receiving-wise, they're led by Alexander Kuntzman. He had 94 yards in his biggest game, 3 touchdowns against Burlington. For all-purpose yards, of course, again, Bridger Cozens, is the leader. Defensively, Bridger Cozens is also the leader. Against Dubois, they perform very well. He's their leading tackler, but he is not to be just completely focused on. Is Granite Reddy and then Deke Latham. Deke Latham, of course, in the Dubois game, had 6.5 tackles. He had 1 fumble recovery, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. So it's going to take a lot. I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat it. But Dubois has been prepping for this. Dubois, to me, played a little more of a challenging schedule overall if you look at the total compass of work, as they'll come in at 5-3. And when we return to 93.9 KTAK, we will take a look at the season thus far for the Dubois Rams on Wild Today Media.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Riverton Blodorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blodorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blodorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blodorn Lumber.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens. Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Dubois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Let's go. Dear Lord, I pray the game will never die. Let's go.
Welcome back to Wild Today Media and 93.9 KTAK's coverage of the playoff game of the week. It is one of two surviving teams from Fremont County who made the semifinals. Dubois traveling to Bags to face Little Snake River here on KTAK. Later on tonight on KTAK will be the other team advancing from Fremont. The Riverton Wolverines will travel to number one Star Valley. Both Fremont County teams facing the number one team in the state. We'll face Star Valley. That game kicks off at 6 p.m. Hampton and Suites pregame show probably will start around 5:30-ish or so, maybe a little bit earlier than that, not 100% sure. If for some reason, just so y'all are aware, we are going to stay with the Dubois fans listening. We're going to stay with Dubois till the very end. If for some reason it goes into the Hampton and Suites pregame show for Riverton, or even goes into the game, we will start the Riverton game on KFCW. We'll be saying that a lot if we get to that point. And then on 93.1. And as we sign off, we'll go very abbreviated, if any, real post-game show. And immediately our board op back at the mothership, Cassie, will switch KTAK on with Riverton. So you're not going to miss either game. We'll make the switch that way, just due to some logistics. We're about 18 and a half minutes from kickoff in Bags, and we're going to take a look at the home team for us, the Dubois Rams. They come in at 5-3 overall. Of course, they dominated Ten Sleep to open it up, then lost to Matitsi, then defeated HEM, then Snake River 56-0 in that game, then lost to Encampment 60-56, destroyed Farson, then beat Casper Christian in kind of a game that Casper Christian was able to hang in a lot longer than a lot of people up in Dubois thought. That was also our game of the week, week 8. And I think part of that was Dubois already knew what they were going for. They already knew they were the 3 seed. Or a 3 seed going into the WHSAA playoffs. Everything had kind of been decided at that point, even though it was senior night. And then, of course, last week, the defeat, the absolutely decimation of Riverside at Riverside, 42-14. For Dubois, they come into this game averaging 321 yards on the ground, just 71 through the air for 391 overall, averaging 50 points a game. As far as what they're allowing, and this is where they're going to have to kind of beef up, and this is really where the difference is on paper between them and the Rattlers of Snake River. Dubois allows 260 yards on the ground, 75 flat, just dead even on through the air for 335 yards per game. They do average 37 points given up per game as well. One key stat that's going to be really one we want to look at through the game, it'll be part of our Ranger keys of the game, is Dubois does not turn the ball over. They only average one interception, one fumble per game. They're very good at that. Whereas as far as turning the ball over, they do force on average about 2 fumbles a game. So if they can do that, kind of spoilers for our keys to the game here. When you look at the individuals, as far as rushing go, you look no further than Payson Pluhar and Cooper Kinsler. They are the two-headed monster in the backfield. In fact, they're 1-2 as far as high games. They both had games over 200 yards. And, of course, in the Casper Christian game that we called, it was 198 for Kinsler and 4 touchdowns. Through the air, it's the Siler Hess show almost exclusively. He doesn't throw a whole lot. The most he did was in that when they were trying to come back against Matitsi back on September 13th. And he was 13 of 13. It's not a team that's going to look – the Rams are not going to look to really push the ball downfield through the air on any kind of regularity. With the exception of the 10-sleep game, Siler was 5 of 7. He averaged 20.2 yards per completion. But if you look at the other games, he's somewhere between 5 and 10 yards per. They don't get a whole lot of touchdowns through the air. He had 3 in one game. He's not had multiple touchdowns in a game throwing outside of that. They take care of the ball very well, though. As far as receivers, when Siler Hess is called on to make plays through the air, it's generally going to be Cooper Kinsler, Xander Hawkins, Payson Pluhar, kind of the guys you would expect, although in their top receiving stats of the year, Siler Hess has been on the receiving end, and usually that might be a Cooper Kinsler type thing. He does have one of the best games against Farson as he came in, he did have yardage against Matizzi, and it will look for trick plays and things of that nature. Defensively, it is, when you look at the top 5 performances and you look at it overall, it's the same names as you would expect. It is 6-man football, but Payson Pluhar is an incredible defensive player. He was really unable in the game we called with Casper Christian, able to get off offensively. He really was never able to find a groove. And they held him pretty well, and it opened up for Cooper Kinsler, 2 different kinds of backs. On defense, though, Payson Pluhar is the model of consistency. He's had multiple games with over 10 tackles, multiple games with over 14 or more tackles. He's going to get back in the backfield. He's not really sack heavy as far as getting at the quarterback, but he is at sniffing out runs and getting tackles for loss. He also has several fumble recoveries and an interception to his name. So that's going to be kind of what it's at. Again, no punt return stats for either team. They probably at most seen a punt would be my guess. As far as kickoff returns go, that kind of is the Cooper Kinsler show. He has the most. He's the guy they want to get to, and that makes sense. He's kind of what back in the 80s and 90s would be a Garrison Hurst or something like that type back, as far as a scat back, as they would call him. He's not overly big. He's not a bruiser. Pluhar kind of plays that role a little bit more. Kinsler is the speedster, and he's the guy who, especially in 6-man, can get to the outside, and then you've got one-on-one action, and he's going to be favored probably 99% of the time one-on-one. That's going to be where we see the Snake River difference, if we do see anything, as far as between these two squads. Now, of course, we're not the only game going on around the state. We're going to give you a rundown of what's going on today. Encampment and Burlington have kicked off. I'm going to refresh here, see if I got a score. They started at 1 o'clock. That is the North number 1. That, of course, being Burlington, number 2 in the state, versus the South number 2, Encampment at number 3 in the state. So they're facing off. They're in the second quarter. We do now have a score. Okay, on the next refresh, it came through. Second quarter, Encampment out of the South. Not surprising, the South extremely more accomplished and a little scarier as far as scheduling goes compared to the North. Encampment at Burlington is up 20-6. Today at 4 in Class 1A 9-man, it will be number 2 Pine Bluffs hosting number 5 Saratoga. Of course, Saratoga went into Shoshone last week, winning 22-20. And just a heartbreaking loss for the Wranglers. In Class 2A, we do have a score in the second quarter. It is number 4 Cokeville 16 over the host number 2 Mountain View, who has 0. And then at 4 p.m., number 3 Lovell will travel to number 1 Bighorn. In Class 3A tonight, of course, at 6 o'clock, it will be number 3 Riverton versus number 1 Star Valley. You can listen to that here on 93.9 KTAK or the Wild Today YouTube page. And it will be at 6 p.m. as well, number 2 Cody traveling to number 4 Douglas. In Class 4A tonight at 6 p.m., it will be number 3 Cheyenne East at number 2 Campbell County. Tomorrow, just 2 games. It will be in Class 1A 9-man, Big Piney will travel to number 1, Lingle Fort Laramie. And in Class 4A, Natrona County at 1 p.m. as well will travel to number 1, Sheridan. So that is kind of a look at what the weekend looks like as far as football goes. Plenty of time to spare as the Cowboys, Pokes, are on an off week as they will head to Colorado State next week. You can catch that on 99.1 KWYW. When we return, it will be time for the Ranger Keys the Game here on the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show on 93.9 KTAK.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Ready for action. The rest of them lacking. Moving right past them.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK and NYU Today. A reminder that we are unable to live stream this game with video due to the WHSAA and NFHS partnering up. So if you don't like that, if you'd rather have live announcers that care about the communities they cover, like myself, like Cody Beers, like Baylor, like Ernie Over, give a buzz to your WHSAA representative or even your congressman in the state house. So now we're going to jump into the Ranger Keys of the Game here on the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. And, of course, as I say every week, we can always include turnovers. You gotta win that margin, especially in the playoffs and especially against a defense that is as war hawkish as the Snake River Rattlers are. It's going to be key for Dubois, quite honestly, not just to win the turnover battle, but to win it in a big way, almost to, and by that I don't mean they don't have to force 4 or 5 turnovers, hopefully, but they almost need their column to be a 0. They don't need to allow any. So that's going to be critical, and then is going to just be, take every play by play. Don't get too up, don't get too down against this top-ranked defense of the Rattlers. So that's going to be kind of it as far as keys of the game. It's playoff, it's semifinal playoffs, so everybody's got to play their A-level game if you hope to advance and face off next week in the 1A 6-man titles against either Encampment or Burlington. Encampment right now in control of that game. So we're going to segue right into our Sutherland's starting lineups. For this, we're going to kind of go over more keys than starting lineups. Both teams usually big about introducing as a team and whatnot. So keys of players to watch. First for Snake River in the Sutherland's lineup, it's going to be Bridger Cozens. He is their stud running back. 4 games rushing for more than 240 yards. So he's going to be one to watch, including 312 against Dubois. Mason Jones, as much as he doesn't throw a lot, he will throw in probably, my guess would be the 8 to 12 range maybe in this game. He's highly efficient. And when they throw, they tend to either throw for a decent amount of yards or get yards after the catch, because his average completion, he's up in the mid-teen, so throws a little bit deeper ball. And the other thing about Mason Jones is he is what we would call not prolific at turning the ball over. And in fact, he rarely throws an interception. So that's going to be a key to watch. As far as who he's going to target, Alexander Kunzman has been his number one target all year. I don't think that will change. And then, of course, defensively, we look no further than Bridger Cousins again, Deke Latham, Granite Reddy, Alexander Kunzman, Hunter Jones. Those are the guys you got to be able to beat. And these are guys who all have high levels and number of tackles, all around about 10 tackles per game. They're exceptional tacklers as far as able to get you down by themselves. They have a boatload of solo tackles. I mean, an absolute boatload of them. They also, 3 of those are in double digits for tackles for loss, and those same 3 are in double digits for sacks. They aren't really overly ball hawkish as a unit, but they do have 2 guys who are extremely dangerous, and you got to take care of the ball around, that being Bridger Cousins, and Granite Reddy. Between them, there's 12 interceptions, and between them, they have 5 defensive touchdowns. For Dubois, keys are going to be the names you're used to. Unlike the game against Casper Christian, where Pluhar was kind of bottled up, they need Pluhar and Cooper Kinsler to both get off on the ground. They need them both. And that's not just Pluhar. Casper Christian came in to stop him. But Dubois' running attack is two-headed. They stopped the more physical player. They were unable to stop the faster player because coaching staff didn't leave the physical player just, okay, we're just going to go to Cooper. They kept giving him the ball so that Casper Christian had to pay attention to the the tackles, as they would normally say, but he kept running strong type running formations and then opened it up. So you always had to be dedicated to that. Siler Hess, a quarterback, going to be extremely important. He cannot turn the ball over, and Pluhar, Kinsler can't drop the ball. You can't turn the ball over. I can't emphasize that enough. And when Siler Hess does choose to go to the air, Kinsler, Xander Hawkins, Pluhar, his number one targets, they're going to have to bring that in and secure that ball. It's going to be a tough one, but that's why you play. And hey, and 6-man makes it a little bit even a little bit wilder, but that's why you play the game. Dubois has, you would think, less pressure on them coming into this game. They're playing a little bit with house money. Not that they weren't a top-seeded playoff team, but as far as on paper, kind of everybody looks at it, they've already played. It's hard, but it's hard to beat a team a second time. This Dubois Rams team has seen what the Rattlers have to offer, and now they know. So it's going to be who can adjust and who can get ready for that. We are coming up about 2 minutes away from kickoff. We'll be right back with the kickoff here on Wild Today in 93.9 KTAK.
Crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County.
We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm. and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome to 93.9 KTAK and Wide Today Media's coverage of the playoff game of the week. I am Kevin Shields, bringing it to you live thanks to Rusty Harris back at the mothership, keeping us on air. And it is time for kickoff between Dubois and the Rattlers, with a chance at the state championship on the line next week in Laramie. It's a cloudy day here, a little bit overcast, kind of solid overcast, no big clouds in the sky here in Bags. And it will be, of course, 6-man action here. For those of you just tuning in because it is the game of the week, a little bit about 6-man, a little bit of differential. One is, of course, besides the 6 men on the field, is the fact that the person receiving the snap cannot run with it past the line of scrimmage unless they have been handed the ball. If they have to be the second person to touch it. Number 2 is 10-minute quarters, so it'll be quick and or quicker than a 12-minute, or if you watch college and NFL, of course, much quicker than that. Number 3 is the fifth. It is an 80-yard field, and 15 yards get you a first down. So it looks like Snake River has won the toss. Dubois will receive as the Rattlers have chosen to defer. Teeing it up will be the Rattlers at their own 30-yard line to get us underway. And the referee has given the signal that we are ready to begin. Kicker takes a couple steps back, and now referee running onto the field. Now they're running back. Okay, that was a bit confusing. And here is the kickoff. It is onside on the ground. It's going to be recovered by Dubois, right just a couple inches shy of their own 39-yard line. That was Xander Hawkins who scooped it up. So Dubois will get good field position here. I would say that would normally say that Snake River is very confident in their defense, but at the same point in time, we've seen so many onside kicks in this, it's not even funny. So under center, looks like it's Hawkins. No, excuse me, it is Hess. Hess is going to roll to his left, and he's going to throw complete at the Snake River 29. It's complete to number 9. It's 11-yard gain to Xander Hawkins. So great way to start out there for the Rams on a completed pass. He rolled out to his right, not his left. I apologize. For those of you listening, which is all of you since we can't video it, Dubois is going left to right on your radio dial. They break the huddle, and Hess will come up under center again. In the offset I, Hawkins in motion. Toss sweep to Kinsler. Kinsler's going to get to the 29, and he's not going to get any further than that. So it will be, actually, they're even going to say he lost a yard. So there is the defense of Snake River for you. As Kinsler's thrown for a loss of about 1. What that will bring up is 3rd and a very long 4. It was going to be 3rd and 3 if they gained nothing. And they're going out of the pistol, or the 6-man version of it, 2 wide, 1 on each side. Hess under trouble, under pressure, I'd say, and he's going to throw dropped interception. It was thrown up for grabs, and Deke Latham, one of their leading defensive backs, was just unable to corral it in. So we'll set up 4th and 4 for the Rams. Hess he faked the handoff to Kinsler in deep into the backfield out of the pistol. Curved back to his right, and there was pressure right there. So he just threw it down the middle of the field, and luckily it was not picked off. 4th and 4, and we already have our first timeout of the ball game. And we'll take it with them here on Wild Today. We'll be right back. We're just a few minutes in.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapahoe Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
And welcome back from that timeout. We're having some clock difficulties here on the field, so we're going to have to just kind of give you an idea of where we're at. But it's 4th and 4 here in the first possession. Dubois, after the deferment, they're going to hand it off to Hess. He's under pressure, rolling to his right, going to throw across the middle. Complete for a first down and a 9-yard gain. It was completed, too, trying to lay eyes on the number, Cooper Kinsler. So a nice 9-yard gain pass by Kinsler. Or to Kinsler, I should say, excuse me. And it'll set up 1st and 10. They're going to mark them back just a little bit shy of the 21-yard line of Snake River. I cannot tell you how big it would be for the Rams to strike first here on this game on 93.9 KTAK. Out of the gun, Hawkins takes it, hands it to Hess. Hess having to roll to his right again. He's got some room to run. He does so at the 20. Spins out of a tackle, spins out of another one, and he's going to get down to, they're going to give him the 18.5 or 17.5, it looks like. So it will be a run of about 5 for Siler Hess. Good job there. Realized nobody was open and then made a great individual effort and broke through the first solo tackle by the Rattlers. Sets up 2nd and about 10. Hess breaks the huddle, single back formation behind him. It's Kinsler. He's under center. Hess takes it, hands it to Kinsler up the middle, and he's going to get about 2 to the 15, where it will set up 3rd and about 7 yards for the Rams here. Wind is blowing as far as the field goal goes, because right now I can't tell what's north, south, east, and west. But as far as the field goals, it is blowing right to left, so that'll be interesting. Potentially, if the Rams score here and get the kickoff, it is 3rd down and 7. Interesting formation, 4 wide out to the left, and then you got Hawkins in a shotgun formation with the center. He is going to take the snap. They're going to throw a screen pass to the 15, down to the 10. It's going to be close to the first down. Can't see really at this angle where he went out. They're going to say out at the 5, and that is going to be a completion by Xander Hawkins. It will be about a 12-yard gain. It was completed to Cooper Kinsler. So it will be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Dubois, everything that's really happened on this drive has been out of the pass. Even the run by Siler Hess that gained 5, still was on a passing play, and he scrambled. He's under center, single. Back behind him is Kinsler. He fakes it to Kinsler. He's rolling right, looks across, throws, and dropped right in the hands. Right in the hands of trying to lay eyes on the number for you right here. You hope that does not come back to bite him. It was dropped by Seth Bergstall. Thrown, perfect pass, quite honestly, with he hit him in the hands as he was streaking across, running inside post, and just dropped. It'll set up 2nd and goal from the 5 for the Rams. They're going to have 3 out wide pistol formation. Kinsler's way back around the 16. Hess takes it, toss to Kinsler. Kinsler gets 1 block, and he's not going to get a whole lot. Call it a gain of about 2. Hess trying to get out there for a block. Too many Rattlers able to converge on it and use the sideline as a 7th defender. So, in all, they're actually going to spot him, say he went out a little shy of that, and it's going to be a very long 4 yards to pay dirt here on 3rd down, 1 yard gain by Kinsler. Breaking the huddle is Hess. He's going to go under center, very stacked inside. Looks like Pluhar in the background, in the back. No, it's Kinsler. And they immediately get pressure on him and force him to throw it. He's just lucky he was able to get it off and not take the loss. They just shredded the line, did the Rattlers there. We're going to say, just because I saw Xander Hawkins kind of near it, that was the attempt or the intended. And it'll set up 4th and 4. Dubois kind of has bogged down since they got down to the 5. They've gained about a half yard since the 1st and goal from the 5. From the pistol, 3 wide out to the right. Hawkins takes it, pitches it to Hess. Hess is going to keep it. He's going to try and get in there. He cannot. He throws it back, a weird pitch. It was backwards thrown, and it's going to be then to Xander Hawkins, and Hawkins is going to throw the ball incomplete. It was intended for, I do believe, Dylan Wagner. Looks like number 40. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and this is where Bridger Cozens and the Rattlers will take over. Looking for anything positive if you're a Rams fan, Dubois does take the ball over, Little Snake River takes the ball over deep in their own territory. They're going to come out in the I formation, snap, hand it off to the tailback, and he is going to get out to the 10, maybe the 12. Let's see where they spot him. They're going to give him the 11. And that was Bridger Cozens, actually, who was the recipient of that. So 6-yard gain, almost 7 for the Rattlers. And they'd be perfectly content to just run the ball. Again, clock malfunction here. And we're not able to see it. We are in the first quarter. Snap. It's going to take it on a toss. And he's going to cut middle. And not game saving, but a touchdown saving tackle by Dylan Wagner there. It was Cozens again. He'll get the 1st down. He'll get out to the 23, 12-yard gain for him. And Dylan Wagner able to stay with the play and get him by the shoestring as he had nothing but clear sailing. I formation yet again. Snap. Pitch to Cozens. Cozens is at the 25. Breaks the tackle to the 30. 35, 40. 40, not 45, 30. He is gone. So from the 26-yard line to pay dirt, 56-yard carry in total for Bridger Cozens. And a touchdown, and it is quickly 6-0. Now, will they kick for 2 here? That was one of the other differences. They will. 3 straight plays. Bridger Cozens got the ball, and he goes all the way down the field here in the first quarter. Referee blows it in, and it will be the extra point attempt. by Timber Cousins. It's up, and it is good. It was a sky-high kick, but it is up and good. So in the first quarter here in Bags, Dubois 0, Rattlers 8. We'll be right back on WYO Today, 93.9 KTAK.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
Welcome back to the playoff game of the week. Dubois trailing the Rattlers of Snake River 8-0 here in the first quarter. Rattlers have it teed up at their own 30. Dubois able to put together a nice drive and get down to the 5, but just then bogged down. It's an onside kick again. It's going to be picked up by Kinsler, and he's going to run with it. He's going to get about 2 or 3 before he's shoved out of bounds. They're going to give him 3 to their own 36-yard line, where the Rams will take over. And I don't mean to sound alarmist, but I do believe Dubois really needs to answer here. They've proven they can move the ball. They've done it almost exclusively through the air. They have 32 passing yards, 7 yards on the ground. And the ground game is going to be very difficult against a Snake River team that practices it every day, is good at, and his defense is great at. Going to throw out to Kinsler, actually, at the 36. He's going to get the 40. He's going to break a couple tackles, and they're going to give him 4 yards and then another 3. So 7-yard completion by Siler Hess to Cooper Kinsler. Kinsler has been targeted 3 times through the air. He's caught all 3 of them for 28 total yards. It will be about 2nd and 8 from the Rattlers 37. Hess under center, got 1 back with him, 1 wide right. He's going to fake to Kinsler on the wide right. And now he kept it, but he didn't get rid of it. Now he's under pressure. He's got nowhere to go with it. Interception. He had absolutely nowhere to go with it and did the cardinal sin at any level of football. He was running to his left, threw back across his body. As we know, that is not a good thing to do. It is talked about all the time. He was trying to get all the way back over the far sideline to Kinsler, and it will be returned by the middle linebacker, or playing in that position, we should say. It will be returned by a defensive back to the 39 of the Rattlers, where they have all the momentum. They fake it. They're going to look to go through the air. They go through the air, and it is going to be completed for a 6-yard gain. Trying to catch the number of the guy who caught it. Looks like it was Irvi Marquez. It was Cozen with the throw, his first throw of the game. It will set up 2nd and 9 from just outside of the Dubois 35-yard line. 8-0 here. Rattlers, big play on the third play. They're going to look to hand off this time, and they are going to break a guy free. He's going to go down the sideline. It's going to be a gain of 9 plus 3. It's going to be a 12-yard gain. Trying to eye who it was this time. It was Cozen's, Bridger that is, on the 12-yard keep. He already has 86 yards on the game, and it will set up 1st and 15 for the Rattlers inside the Dubois 25. So far, the Rams have been unable to find a way to stop this Rattler attack, and mainly ground attack. Under center, offset eye. Snap is to Mason Jones. He's going to pitch it not Cousins. He's going to pitch it to Granite Ready. And Grant Reddy is going to be bottled up after only a 2-yard gain. So good job by the Dubois, specifically the secondary. Guys came up and rallied around the ball and kept Reddy to 2 yards. That's his first carry on that toss sweep to the left. Break the huddle. It will be Mason Jones under center out of the eye. Takes the snap, fakes it, looking to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Sack is done. Seth DeVergisdahl, I'll get it right at some point in time, all the way back to 31. So loss of 8 yards for Mason Jones, kind of similar to the Siler Hess play. He just turned around and boom, there was Seth, and he threw him to the ground, and it'll set up 3rd and 21 after the loss. From under center, pitches to Cousins. He's going to be bottled up in the backfield. Now he gets away over pursuit. He's going to get away, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 16. So 15-yard gain there for Cousins. They had him bottled up, and then just a little bit of over pursuit by the guys who weren't trying to make the tackle. He broke that tackle. They had given up their angles coming towards the ball, and when he scooted out the back in the left side, there was no one there till the final tackler was able to get him out of bounds. It will set up 4th and 7, though. I formation, snap. Mason's going to look to throw. He's under pressure again. He rolls out, throws towards the end zone, and incomplete by Jones, and that will be a turnover on downs. Kind of interesting that they went to the air there. Dubois Rams defense steps up and gets what they needed. A turnover on downs. It was intended for, trying to check the number here, it looks like number 11, maybe Deke Latham. No, is number 10, Alexander Kunzman, was the intended. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So Dubois would come out, single back formation. Hess with the toss to Kinsler. Kinsler out to the 25. That'd be a gain of 3 for Kinsler. Inside of Dubois' own territory. Kinsler now with 5 yards. Rushing attack has been absolutely stopped early on in this game here in the first quarter. Again, we have a bit of a clock malfunction, so we're not able to see the time. So it's going to be kind of a guess when the quarter ends a bit. We'll see the whistles and whatnot. But in a game that's seen so much running, it would not surprise me if we're close. Hess out of the offset eye is going to fake a toss. He's going to keep. He's going to throw downfield and just overshot Xander Hawkins. Xander Hawkins also had a lot of room to run there. Found Xander on the first pass of the day, first attempt, target of the day, and has just missed him the past 3 times. It will set up 3rd and a long 12 here, deep inside their own territory. Rams looking to get something going. It is 8-0 in favor of the Rattlers. They scored on their first possession, and everybody's kind of bogged down a little bit since then. Going out of the pistol, 2 wide to his right. Snap is to Hawkins. He hands it to Hess. Hess is going to look downfield, and he's going deep. And it is, let's see here, looks complete. It is complete. So from about the 30 to the 28. So we're going to have to do math here because I'm used to the 11-man football. They're actually going to respot it down to the 27. So it's 13 plus 20. About a 33-yard pass. Complete to, I do believe, Xander Hawkins. Can't see the number from here. That's who we'll at least give it to for now. And huge play there on 3rd and long for Dubois. Hess now under center, single back. He's going to pitch it to Kinsler. Kinsler going to his left and is going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage and lucky to still be wearing his cleats. Absolutely speared by Deke Latham, one of the leading tacklers for the Rattlers. They're going to give him a little bit of forward progress, actually, and give him one. Kinsler getting very physically hit on all these run plays. They are a team that is very good at playing the run, are the Rattlers, but one of the things Dubois is going to make sure to do, it seems, is keep that run threat ever present. You never know when Kinsler can bust a big one, but it also helped keep those passing lanes open for Siler Hess. Gun again, Hawkins hands it to Hess and then gets trucked over, and Hess is going to look to throw it deep to the end zone. Oh, we kind of got off target there. Hess is actually going to fake it. He's going to keep it. He's going to run down all the way to their – they're in a bad spot. They're only going to give him the 17. That'll be a 9-yard gain. It looked like his knee wasn't down to the 15. So questionable spot there. It'll be 3rd down and about 5.5 for the first. Of course, it'll be 2-down territory here for the Rams. And we've got a timeout on the field. They're not signaling a timeout, so I'm guessing that's the end of the quarter. It is indeed. So after one quarter, Rattlers up 8-0, but the Rams are on the march here on KTAK and WYO Today.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK and WYO Today Media's coverage of the playoff game of the week. Rams down 8-0 after the first quarter, but driving. They'll flip sides of the field. It will be 3rd and about 5.5 from the 17-yard line of Snake River. Rams would be great for them to get on the board here. Not just to potentially tie it up, but also to get some confidence. It can be a slog, especially when you've played a team already and they shut you out. They won 56-0. So it'd be great to see the Rams get some confidence here and make this a game to remember. It would be a huge upset on paper, but going out of the single eye is Dubois. Hess with the snap gets it to Kinsler. He's going to try and pop it inside, now outside. He's going to gain. It's going to be 4th down. It's going to be about 4th down and 2 after the 3-yard gain. And it's just been tough sledding for the run game, specifically the designed run game. Kinsler's gotten 6 carries, 9 yards, and they've just been all over him the moment. He really hasn't had any room to make any individual effort to beat one guy, 2 guys. It's always been, in credit to the Rattlers, all 6 of them right on top of him. Of course, Dubois does have 72 yards passing, 5 of 11 so far, 1 interception. 1 for 3 on 3rd down are the Rams. This is their second attempt on 4th. Toss is to Kinsler. He's going to look to throw, gets it back to Hess, and it should be enough for a 1st down. It is. 5-yard pass from Cooper Kinsler. Little trickeration by the coaching staff. And it'll go back to Hess. Hess pitched it back to Kinsler, and then was able to get the pass back to him, and he was able to get down for a first down. So it'll be first and goal from just inside the 10-yard line of the Rattlers. Out of the gun, snap to Hawkins, hands it to Hess. Hess is going to keep it. He's going to run, and he's going to get about 2 yards. So it'll be just inside the 8 for Hess and the Dubois Rams. Really need to come away with points here. I cannot overemphasize it enough. Be right just inside the 8-yard line of the Rattlers. Hess hasn't come back from the sideline with the play yet. Now he does. They break the huddle. Be single back formation. Hess under center. Kinsler as his backer. Hawkins out on the right. And they're going to fake it. Kinsler misses on a block. They throw it back to Kinsler, and he laterals it back to Hess. And now thrown downfield and going to be dropped. Okay, a lot of razzle-dazzle there. Wound up with Hess, and he had Hawkins. I'll just be blunt. He had Hawkins open. He hit Hawkins, and Hawkins just dropped it. Hawkins may have been able to turn around and walk into the end zone. He's pretty far open after after double laterals by Dubois. And hold on here. It looks like that may have not been. It was not. It was not double laterals. They're going to say it was close, but they're going to say illegal touching. So my guess is the Kinsler pass was forward. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it's going to turn into a 14-yard penalty. It's going to set up second and goal from the 19, and the Rams are going to call timeout to discuss it. So we're here in the second quarter from Baggs at Snake River. It's 8-0 Rattlers. Dubois with the ball and inside the red zone when we return.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And welcome back to Why Today's coverage of the playoff game of the week here on 93.9 KTAK. It is the second quarter. Rattlers up 8-0. Third down now, and 19 to go. It is in the red zone, so to speak. And Hess is going to look to the end zone. And it is incomplete. Intended target was trying to catch him as he runs back. I think that might be Kinsler. He's got the build of him. It was indeed. So now that costly penalty took it from the 5-yard line. Penalty happened at the 9. It was illegal touching. So one of the two laterals was forward. It did look close, so I don't doubt it. And then that marked them all the way back from the 9 to the 19 on the spot foul. And here we are, 4th and goal from the 19. Going to go out of the gun. Hawkins will take the snap, no doubt, hand it to Hess, and they'll have to look downfield. He does so. Looking downfield, under pressure is Hess. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to try and keep it. And he makes a move and gets inside all the way down to the 5, but there was no room to get a first down there. It'll be a 14-yard for Hess, but it will be a 14-yard gain, but it will be a turnover on downs. So Hess with some nice moves there. Just that penalty now is absolutely crushing, as it will mean that they will go all the way down again to the 5, will Dubois, and come away with no points. Snake River will take over in the I formation to begin with. Snap, hand it off to the tailback. That's Cozens, and he gets free. And he's got ways to go here with 7:10 left. We just caught I, and he's going to go all the way. Nobody there to touch him. 95. No, excuse me, not 95. That's not how long the field is. I apologize. 75 yards. Second touchdown of the day for Bridger Cozens. And now that penalty just hits you in the gut twice if you're the Rams. It is 14-0. Bridger Cozens has touched the ball all but 3 times. Or 4 times, excuse me, of their plays. Snap, kick is put up, and it is good. So with just a little over 7 minutes left here in the first half, Rattlers have seized control 16-0 here on Why Today in KTAK.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK and the playoff game of the week. Dubois, twice they've driven down, twice they've come away with no points, and that penalty on second down really coming back to bite them now. They got down to the 5 twice. They've come away with no points, and it has been big play U by Snake River, a 56-yard touchdown scamper and a 75-yard touchdown scamper by Bridger Cozens. Kickoff's on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Kensler. He's going to get away for a second. He's going to get out to about the 35-yard line. Let's see where they spot him out of bounds. They may have given him a little bit more. They're going to give him to the 39-yard line. So good field position again for Dubois. They're going to be spotted just inside. Well, wait, they're readjusting now. They picked the ball up. Let's see. They moved it about 4 inches backwards. Still at the 39, and that's where Dubois will take over. And quite frankly, Dubois has got to score here. They have got to put points on the board. It has been a one-man show offensively for Snake River, but it's been deadly. Under center offset I, pitch to Kensler Hess. He's going to get to the 40, and he's just going to get tripped up after 3 yards. Just shoestring tackle. It looked like he was going to get a chance to make some moves and give them credit, I guess. They are able to stop him, and he will gain the 38-yard line of Snake River. Rams have got to find points here. And try and give you a scoreboard here, or a new score if we have one in just a second, as Dubois will break the huddle. Burlington has come all the way back and tied it in the third quarter with encampment, 26-26. Snap, handed to Hess. This is Hess. Looks to throw it downfield, and right as he's getting popped, he tried to get it to, trying to see here. Intended target was number 60. I don't even have him on the list, so we'll look him up later on. He's the intended target, as Hess just got destroyed. Speared on attempted sack. Was able to get the ball out, though. So it'll set up 3rd down and 12 from the 38-yard line of Snake River. Going to go out of the gun. Of course, Hawkins most likely going to hand to Hess. Only one wide receiver out wide on the right side, far side. Hands to Hess. Hess looking downfield. Now looking to go deep towards the end zone and out of bounds. Trying to see who he was targeting there. That looks to be Cooper Kinsler again on the target. It'll be the fourth incompletion in a row for the Rams, and it sets up 4th and long. And normally you might think about something here. You don't want to give the Rattlers field position, but field position hasn't mattered to their offense thus far. So going out of a single back, Kinsler's down here, way down here on the left side. Snap. Fades back. Going to have to go for some yardage here. The receivers aren't even moving downfield. Now they finally are. Actually, it's 3 of them. And he's going to go deep towards the end zone for Hawkins. And he dropped it. It went through his arms. Would have been a touchdown. And I kind of don't. That's just a rough one. Rough drop there. But also, you kind of question the Rattlers' DB as he just kind of turned and watched. He's 5 yards away from Hawkins, and he just watched it go through his arms. So I'll take Dubois to 0 for 3 on 4th. They're 1 of 3 on 3rd. And it will be a turnover on downs to the Snake River Rattlers. And I would anticipate we're going to see Bridger Cozens on a handoff under center. Snap. Hands it to Cozens. He's at the 40, 35, 30. He's gone. 42-yard touchdown scamper. And Cozens now has 3 touchdowns, 218 yards on 7 carries. This is almost unfair. They ought to say he's out of eligibility. That's incredible. 22-0 Rattlers. They will set up for the extra point for 2. Timber Cozens going to take it. Snaps very high. It's too high, so he stands up, looks to roll, throws. And it is, I've seen no signal yet. I'm going to assume, no, it's no good. Finally, we get a signal on that. Couldn't see what happened over in the corner. It was all kind of jumbled up together, and it took them a while. So, deep into the second quarter, it's not looking good. Rattlers just unable to be stopped in the run game. I shouldn't even say the Rattlers. Bridger Cozens unable to be stopped here in the first half on 93.9 KTAK. 22-0 Rattlers in the state semifinal.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
And welcome back to Wire Today in KTAK. 22-0 Rattlers on top here in the second quarter. They'll be kicking off again. I'm going to read you a stat line in just a second. It's going to be onside again, but it's going to be out of bounds, so there'll be a flag somewhere. I don't see one on that far side field. Now I do, right around the 46. But as they mark this off, the 5-yard penalty, first penalty of the day against Snake River. This is Bridger Cozens' stat line as a running back. By carry, he's had 7 of them. 6 yards, 12 yards, 56 yards, 12 yards, 15 yards, 75 yards, 42 yards. 2 consecutive offensive snaps. He's gone over 40 yards for a touchdown. He has a 31.1 yard per carry average. He's got 218 of them, and he's got 6 passing the ball. So he's got 224 of their 234 yards. Snap is to Hess. Swings over to Kinsler. Kinsler trying to bust free as it was 1st and 15 from the 37. and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the passing game has just kind of wilted away since that interception, although they did have the bomb after interception. So after the 33-yard pass, it has been tough sledding. It's been 5 incompletes in a row before that last pass that went for 0 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15 from just outside the 38-yard line of Dubois. Hess under center, I formation. Kinsler is the back. Snap, toss sweep to Kinsler. He's at 35. He gets some yards. He's at the 40, and they're going to whistle him out at the 36-yard line. So 7-yard gain, largest gain of the day for Kinsler on that toss sweep to the right. And it will set up 3rd and 8. And now if Dubois wants to have any chance, in my opinion, to come back and win this game, first things first, they have to score this drive. Absolutely no other choice but to score, and preferably 8, not just 6 or 7, being able to kick it. They've got to get in the end zone. And then probably the harder part, because Dubois has put together drives, and that's going to be stopping Bridger Cozens. From the pistol, snap, tossed by Hess to Kinsler. He's out to the 40, 35, and he's going to get lit up again. I'm feeling for him. And that looked like it hurt. He just pops back up. Much tougher kid than I am as a grown man here. He got lit up. Gain of 1. It will set up 4th and 7 from just about the 36-yard line of the Rattlers. So trying to convert here on 4th down. Today, the Rams are 0 for 3 on 4th. Breaking the huddle. Looks like they're going to have Hess out of the pistol again. Kinsler behind him. 2 very wide on each side. It's going to be a sweep to Kinsler. He's going to look to throw. He goes back to Hess. It's a forward pass, so he's got to take off and run with it. And he is going to try and lateral it to Kinsler. Kinsler to the 30, and there might be a face mask there. It's going to be real close, and it is going to be a 9-yard gain. So completion, I think that's how you'd rule it as a completion. Goes for 9, 1st down. Ends just outside of the 26-yard line, and that's the craziness of 6-man, because Kinsler, I don't know if it was supposed to be a forward pass back to Hess, but it did go forward, and Hess realized it. He took off on the run, and as he was only going to get about a yard, he threw it back cross field. Kinsler was there, had a blocker, and was able to go for the 1st down. Out of the gun now. Snap is to Hawkins, hands it to Hess. Hawkins now has to pick up the pressure for him. Hess is going to run. He's got room to run. He's at the 25 to the 20. Spins down to the 15. Going to muscle his way all the way down to the 11. Nope, they're going to give him the 12. So I think for Hess, that's going to be about a 14-yard. Let's check it in line here. It is going to be a 14-yard run by Siler Hess. And again, Dubois now at the 12. They're right there in the red zone. They are right there to try and put points on the board. And this has been when they faltered. They cannot do that this time. They've got to put points on the board, do the Rams. Again, we're having a bit of clock malfunction here, so we're unable to give you the time at the moment. Snap is going to go to Hawkins in the gun, hands it to Hess. Hess going to look to go up middle, just go down with it. And that was the smart thing. He is going to lose 4, so he'll set up 3rd and 5, but didn't want to see him doing the laterals there just because he was completely wrapped up and there was no one around him. Just eat it and live to see the next 2 downs potentially. But it does show the frustration that's growing for the Rams fans and players and whatnot alike, is that the Rattlers' defense is good all the way around, but the Rams have been able to move the ball. It's been when they've got within about 15 yards of the end zone or less, twice to the 5, that the Rattlers' defense has just bowed up. and said, not today. So right now, need to get 5 yards. Do the Rams. Now, next 2 downs, going out of the gun. It'll go to Hawkins, then to Hess. He's got Kinsler out to his left. Handed off to Hess. Hess rolling to his right. Coming back all the way to his left. Stops. Looks to throw it. It gets batted. It's back to him. He's got to keep it now. And now that's going to be bad. After catching it himself, it's going to go minus 7 yards because it was batted back down to him. Luckily not intercepted. But it's going to set up 4th and 17. So from 2nd and 1, it's now 4th and 17 from the 28-yard line. So can they pull another one out of the hat like they did on the Hess to Kinsler connection that got them the first down previously? This will be the 4th attempt on 4th down. Or excuse me, no, it won't be. It will be the 5th attempt. They did get that first one already. So, and they're going to call timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We're deep into the second quarter. It's 22-0 Snake River Rattlers over our Dubois Rams here on KTAK.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Back to 93.9 KTAK. It is the playoff game of the week. Dubois trailing the Snake River Rattlers 22-0. And it's going to be 4th and 17 from the 28-yard line. A reminder that, again, almost said Riverton. Again, Dubois, the Rams, able to get deep into Snake River territory and just gone backwards since then. Out of the gun, Hawkins take it, hand it to Hess. He had 2 wide to his left. Hess looking deep, throws towards the end zone, bobbled and dropped. Actually, I won't say dropped. That was batted away. That was good defense. There's nothing they could have done about it. And it was intended for trying to catch a number here. It wasn't Hawkins. It was the other receiver. And there we go. It's Kinsler who he's going for. I knew it wasn't Hawkins. So incomplete, turnover on downs. And Snake River will immediately run off to the left. Guess who? Bridger Cozens, and he will gain 12. So we do have home. We have a penalty on the field. It is holding. It is against, of course, as you would expect, Little Snake River. So that will turn into a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it'll equal actually about 8 yards. Second penalty of the day. Both teams probably playing pretty clean. They both have, Dubois has 14 penalty yards against Little Snake River with 13. Only 3 penalties in this game so far. I will say this, the Dubois penalty, much more costly. Snake River with the snap. It's going to be tossed to guess who. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to make a moving. He's going to cut back to his left. He's at the 40. Now he's going to get the 15 yards. He's going to get the 8 back, 23, and depending on where they spot him, 35-yard gain by one Bridger Cozens. 9 carries, 265 yards, and we haven't made it to halftime yet. And this is nothing against Dubois. Nobody stopped this cat all year long, and you're seeing what kind of special moves he has now, or you're hearing it. That was Barry Sanders. Like, they had him at about the 40. It would have forced a second down at least. And then he just stopped, jumped back, and then cut left. And found himself another 15, 16 yards after the cutback. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line for Snake River. Had a timeout on the field. We'll stay with you. 281 total yards for Snake River to 139 for Dubois. Dubois was 79 through the air, 60 on the ground. But those have come on half of those have come on 2 Siler Hess runs out of the scramble. Okay, from the gun, 2 wide out for Snake River. Going to roll to his right. He's going to throw complete to Bridger Cozens, and Cozens is going to be at the 15 to the 10. He's going to go for the end zone, and he's in. 25-yard touchdown pass from Mason Jones. It's only his second attempt of the day, and it just kind of adds to the lore of Bridger Cozens, and most importantly, it makes it 28-0. Snake River over the Rams. They will look to kick. Kicker, as always, will be Timber Cozens. Snap, pretty high. Kick is up. And boy, it doesn't look pretty, but it's good. They don't look good, but, he got it through. So, deep in the second half, again, sorry about the time, but it is deep in the first half, it is 30-0. Rattlers on top big over the Rams of Dubois here on Wild Today, 93.9 KTAK. Welcome back. 30-0 Rattlers on top of Rams here on the playoff game of the week on KTAK. And we got to highlight the other semifinal going on right now in Class 1A 6-man. Burlington has come storming back. Maybe that's because I made fun of the North there. Encampment was up 20-6. And it has been a 28-6 run since then. Burlington in the fourth quarter up 34-26 against Encampment. Kick is going to be just a little squib and falling down on about the 31-yard line by the Rams, where they will set up shop. And right now, just trying to find something that will work and not – they've had things that work. That's the scary part. Is they've had their opportunities. They've just been unable to finish. They've been at the 5-yard line of Snake River twice, including the opening possession, which would have given them the lead. And then they were at the 6-ish once and at the 10. One end, all ending on turnovers on downs. The turnover battle right now is 1-0. The interception by Dubois earlier in the game. But Snake River has turned every possession into points with the exception of one. Snap to to Hawkins, throws back to receiver, a lateral to Hess, and now he's having to run for his life. He comes back across the middle. Cooper Kinsler, they're going to say incomplete. Looked like he brought it in. It looked like he did double clutch it, but nonetheless, incomplete. And Dubois now 9-21 for 79 yards. The one interception. Their running game has gotten respectable. 15 carries, 60 yards, 4-yard average. Of course, half those buoyed by the Siler Hess 2 runs back-to-back, each for 14 yards. But it's been tough. It's been difficult for anyone else except for on a pass play. Hess, those both were scrambles. Kinsler has 9 carries for 20 yards. Rattlers they have focused on him in a big way. Out of the gun, Hawkins dropped it. Okay, that wasn't Hawkins, actually. We'll get the number in a second. Hess is trying to run around. He's trying to spin. Fumble! And recovered by Snake River. We just jinxed that now, didn't we? It was Seth DeVergesdahl who struggled with the snap, but he was able to get to Hess, and Hess was being swung around. And honestly, he had it out there like a sack of bread. He was not protecting the ball overly well, but he was under intense pressure. He was going down for a sack. Now 30-0, you're just looking to make any kind of play. Snake River will take it over with the best field position they've had all day on the Dubois 22. And I'm guessing we'll get a healthy dose of number 4. Nope, we're going to get a pass. Mason Jones, shotgun, thrown to the end zone, touchdown. Trying to lay eyes on who that was. Is Mason Jones, 22-yard touchdown pass to number 2. It looks like Hunter Jones. And we will see the extra point team come on out. See if they can make this 38-0. Snap. Kick is down. Kick is good. And it is now 38-0 in favor of the Rattlers. We'll be right back with more Playoff Game of the Week here on Wire Today.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And welcome back to Wire Today and 93.9 KTAK's coverage of the playoff game of the week. Dubois traveling down to Bags to face Snake River, and they have gotten bit, pun intended. 38-0 here deep in the second quarter. Shouldn't be too far off from halftime. Again, clock malfunction. So we're trying to keep up with as best we can. It's going to be a squib kick again, and it's going to be fallen on by Dubois at their own 33-yard line. That's where they will take over. Again, it looks like Burlington up by 8 in the fourth on a 28-6 run after being down 20-6. And Burlington looking to force their way into Laramie here in 1A 6-man action as well. If these scores hold, it will be Little Snake River Rattlers against Burlington next week in Laramie. Of course, if you're looking forward to the Pokes game next week, big rivalry game, Colorado State Rams in Fort Collins, and it will be on Friday night. A reminder, Friday night on 99.1 KWYW. Snap, toss, back, looking to break free is Kinsler. Kinsler looking to throw. We're going to have blocking downfield forever. We're going to have blocks forever. And it's been thrown incomplete, but we do have a flag. It was intended for Hess on the comeback. That play took a while. There is a flag. It's in the area of PI. I just don't know who it was on. I didn't see a whole lot as the ball went towards Hess. Now, it could be while the ball was in the air while we were watching downfield, but we'll see here. It is pass interference, and it is against Little Snake River, be 15 yards. They now have 3 penalties on the day. Pass was incomplete, but referees ruled they interfered with Siler Hess looking to catch that ball, so it'll go all the way over to the 32.5-yard line of Little Snake River, where the Rams will look to score here before half. Coming to the line, single back. It doesn't even look to be 6 guys out. It looks to be 5. Trying to catch. Oh, he was behind him. Never mind. I just totally blanked on that. Kinsler pitches back. They're going to throw deep. Nope, they're going to fake it. Now he's going to run around. Now he puts the ball up in the air, and it is incomplete. And who it was intended for, we could play games about that all day long. Because there were 3 guys. That was a Hail Mary-style pass because it was oh, there we go. They had communicated it to them. It was indeed the last play of the half, hence the reason it looked like the Hail Mary. So at half, it is Rattlers 38, Dubois 0. We'll be right back with the United States Marine Corps halftime show here on KTAK and WHYO Today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens. Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Dubois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Good news, DUI crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County.
We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
And welcome to the United States Marine Corps halftime show here on 93.9 KTAK and WYO Today Media. We're going to be going into the second half here, and it is 38-0 in favor of the Rattlers, number one team in the state. Kind of having their way. Dubois has had their opportunities. They have had been in the red zone 3 times. One time a very costly penalty, the only penalty they have on the whole game. A costly penalty sent them way back, and they wound up turning it over on downs. And then the other 2 times, turnover on downs. They weren't sent way back due to penalties, just could not get past that Rattler defense on a short field. So as we look at the Ranger Printer stat book, we're going to start with the Little Snake River Rattlers. 328 yards on the ground, 328 total yards today. 275 of those on the ground, 53 of them through the air, although they haven't thrown but 4 times. They've been efficient hitting on 3 of those, one of those being a touchdown pass, 22 yards from Mason Jones to Hunter Jones. But let's not sugarcoat it or shy away from it. It has been the Bridger Cozens just highlight reel. Kid has 9 carries for 265 yards, 3 touchdowns, long run of 75, add in a 56-yarder, a 35-yarder as well. He's only been caught short of 10 yards one time, his first carry of the day, and he's averaging 29.4. As far as 3rd and 4th down go, they are 0 for 1 on both, are the Little Snake River Rattlers. For Dubois, 139 yards in the game. 79 of those coming through the air, 60 of those coming on the ground. They have thrown the ball 22 times, completed 9. Siler Hess, who's been the majority of that, is 7 of 20, has 1 interception. Xander Hawkins, 1 of 2, and Cooper Kinsler is 1 for 1. On the ground, it's been tough sledding, even though they're averaging 4 yards per carry. Siler Hess has been more successful. He has 40 yards on 6 carries, all of those coming in scramble-type situations. He has a long of 14, and he's done that twice. Cooper Kinsler has a long of 7. He's got 20 yards, a 2.2 average on 9 carries. And Cooper has taken some just WWE Hulk Hogan-style hits. He's taken some big ones. Receiving-wise, of course, leading receiver is Cooper Kinsler. He's been targeted 10 times. He's caught 5 of them for 37 yards. And Xander Hawkins has 44 yards. He's been targeted 8 times, completed twice. Really, the story of the game, though, is the 3rd and 4th downs. 3rd down conversion rate is 20%. They're 1 of 5. 1 of 5 on 4th down as well. And then the turnover battle that we mentioned during the Ranger Keys of the game. Siler Hess with the interception, and then a fumble by Hess as well when he was being sacked. That was recovered. That was the 22-yard. It was recovered at the 22-yard line of Dubois. And the very next play, Mason Jones found Hunter Jones in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. So that's going to do it for the United States Marine Corps halftime show. When we return, it'll be time for the second half here on KTAK and Live Today.
19 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry La-Z-Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapaho Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK and WYO Today Media's coverage of the playoff game of the week between Dubois and Little Snake River. Unfortunately, Little Snake River up 38-0 as we start the second half. And they will start with the ball as well as they won the toss and deferred. So, Dubois will spot it up at the 30-yard line to kick off. And again, I mean, I hate to be just beating a dead horse, as they would say. 9 attempts, 265 yards rushing for Bridger Cozens. I did look up during halftime just to see what that actually meant for him as far as the season records for Snake River. His most on the season, 354 and 13 attempts. His second most was 312 on 12 carries against Dubois. And he is getting kind of close to that. In fact, he's well on target for that at his average. He would just need 2 more handoffs, and he would have it if the average were to keep. Of course, you do wonder what they'll do if they have a guy who they want to run out there, like a Quinn Sheeman or Mason Jones or Deacon Latham, guys who all, Timber Cozens, who've all run the ball. As far as Little Snake River has pretty much, barring a miracle, has punched their ticket here as 10 minutes are on the clock for the third quarter to go to Laramie and go play at War Memorial on the campus of the University of Wyoming next week in the state title game. We got to be getting close here to a final for that, for who they'll play. It was in the fourth quarter. Burlington was up by 8 after they came back. And Burlington is now down. Wow, a lot has happened. It's now 50-48 encampment. So, a lot happening there in that game. Kick is going to be by Dubois. It's going to be picked up at the 18, and it's going to be returned out. He's going to kick out to the left and out just shy of the 50, maybe the 49, 48, somewhere in that range. Let's see where they spot it. And it is going to be spotted at the 47.5-yard line. Good return there of about 20-some-odd yards. About 21 total yards. Now they'll adjust and put it on the 38, and that is where Snake River will take over. Radler's going to break the huddle, go into the I formation, Quarterback kind of hanging back right now. Now stepping under center. Snap. Handoff to guess who. And he's going to break free, and he is gone. Bridger Cozens again. He's going to go 42 yards. He's now got 307 on the day and his 4th touchdown. So, of course, that's going to change the score to 44-0, and we will now hit running clock time. So they will go for the extra point here. Will the Rattlers? Snap off center. Oh, kicker just ran away. I guess he figured he was going to pick it up. He does throw it, and it is complete for the 1-point conversion. But give all credit where credit is due. Who is that? I'm trying to catch a number here. It looks like Jet Thomas trying to put the ball down. Looks back to see the kicker approach on the normal kick thing. And the kicker's already ran off thinking, there's no way I'm going to go out and into a pattern. And you just could almost see the eyes all the way from here of the holder going, wait, where'd you go? It's 45-0. We'll be right back here in the third on KTAK. Welcome back. Kickoff is going to be squibs between the legs of a Dubois player and nobody rushing towards the ball, and it is going to be recovered by Little Snake River. Just went through the legs of I'm not going to catch an eye here, but went through his legs, and he'll set them up, the Rattlers, that is, at the 22-yard line, matching their best starting field position of the day, and with a 45-0 lead. Actually, it might be 46. Now we're trying to get an idea here. It is 46. Sorry, I had the score the whole time wrong. And it's going to be thrown by Mason. It's going to be completed to Jet Thomas or Granite Ready, one of the two. Trying to catch a 7 or 5. Can't see it, can't see it. It's a 15-yard completion by Mason Jones. He's now 3 of 4. As we said, he doesn't throw a whole lot, but he is highly efficient when he does. It'll set up the ball just inside the 8 at the 7. Out of a very deep pistol. Snap is to Cozens. Cozens gets it to Jones. Jones now to cut up the middle, goes to his right, throws for the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Hunter Jones. So that just seemed to be a little bit backwards as far as by the Rattlers there, lining up the quarterback who Cozens tossed to when they're at the 7 was standing at the 20. So I know not the same threat of pressure as 9-man or 11-man especially, but still that's a long way to have to run if you're going to run it like that. Same exact thing again. Jones trying to get out, does a little jump pass, complete, cut inside, and let's see, touchdown. That one to Granite Ready. Goes for a 7-yard touchdown pass. Second touchdown pass of the day by Mason Jones is Granite Ready's first touchdown pass of the reception of the day. And they will set up to kick the 2-point conversion. 52-0. Snap. This time the holder runs away. He's getting pulled down. Now he breaks free. He lost a shoe. He's going to throw back against the grain. Caught. by the guy who was going to kick it, Timber Cozen. He did the thing you're not supposed to do. So it'll now be 53-0. And it is all Rattlers. Moving clock here rest of the way. We'll take the break with them. Rattlers on top, headed to Laramie over the Dubois Rams here on KTAK.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And welcome back to the game of the week. Boy, they've got a good one going on in Burlington right now. 56-56 in the fourth quarter for the right to face this Snake River team. Squib kick going to be handled this time. He's got it out, and he fumbles it. I was about to say Hess has it is a fumble. Hess had it out like a sack of bread, like he was going to throw it. Had it in one hand, got tackled from behind. It is the third turnover of the day. It will set up Snake River with 1st and 15 from just outside the Dubois 33. And Dubois has not come out of the halftime very well. You wouldn't somewhat expect it. I mean, it's disheartening, whatnot. If you're the coaching staff, you're trying to push them to play for pride and whatnot. But it's going to be that big pistol again. Cozens flips back to Mason Jones. Jones coming across the middle, complete down to the 20. Got it, the 19. Fumble! And it looks like it may be recovered by Dubois. First fumble of the day. First turnover of the day. It was completed to, I'm trying to catch a number here. It was completed to number 6. It was for roughly about 23 yards, but he is the one who fumbles it. And I'll go over to Dubois just outside of their 20, just inside the 21 is where they will take over. And they'll go out of the deep pistol. Hess pitches back, and they're going to throw it back to him. Picked off. And he's going to run in for the defensive. Did he get in? Defensive touchdown. Cooper Kinsler intercepted there. Hess still pitched it back to him and just threw it. It was intended for Hess. That's it. They were coming back for him. A play that has worked for him throughout the season. Unfortunately, it does not there. And that'll take it up to 59-0. So, crazy last three-play sequence. Fumble on the kickoff, fumble on the very next play on a 23-yard pass, and they're just going to go for the one here, and they are going to get it. So, it is 60-0 here in the third quarter. We'll be right back on Why Today in KTAK.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
And welcome back here to Why Today KTAK. Kickoff by Snake River is going to be fielded and dropped, and it's going to go out of bounds. Maybe bounce over his head. The flag comes out. So I thought it looked like from here that Dubois touched it, but maybe not. Of course, they went after it off the bounce then if it cleared them because it is a free ball. But it does wind up going out of bounds. 5-yard penalty against Little Snake River. And Dubois down 60-0 now. The Rattlers have they have ran the ball and ran the ball and ran the ball. And they haven't passed a whole lot, but when they have, they've been efficient at it. But, of course, the big stat of the day, Bridger Cousins, 10 carries, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. From under center, offset eye. Hess drops it. It's on the ground, recovered by Snake River. Just a bad center quarterback exchange. Fifth turnover of the day against Dubois. And that's going to be a weird thing that we'll obviously make mention in our postgame show brought to you by Wyoming DOT Click It or Ticket campaign, is that while there's been 5 turnovers, the turnovers have not told the story of why the score is like it is. It's been missed opportunities and a great defense, 3rd down, 4th down conversions. The turnovers, I think 3 of them have happened in the second half. Of course, we have had a turnover by someone on 1, 2, 3. I think this is the 4th. Yeah, we had a fumble by Dubois and a fumble by Snake River on the next play, then an interception, now the fumble. So we've had 5 total plays, including kickoffs, and we've had 1 fumble. So going from the 40-yard line, and it's going to be a touchdown by guess who? At least I think it's him trying to lay eyes on it. No, it was not him. I do apologize. 46-yard or 36-yard carry for number 17. That being Granite Ready, and he scores a touchdown as well. And they'll just go for the 1 here. They hand off, and it's good. So not a whole lot you do. I know some people maybe listen, especially Dubois residents and fans and parents, and saying, you know what, hey, stop scoring. You can't do much more than run the ball. And that is what Snake River has done. And, you know, the enthusiasm would kind of go to effort and whatnot. Probably not there in a playoff game where you were down so badly. And now it's just kind of one of those things that somewhat, especially seniors, potentially going through the motions. And that's not meant as an insult. I'd probably do the same thing. Your season's over, and there's just not a whole lot to play for, even when people say pride. I mean, for these seniors, they will never play. For these Ram seniors, for potentially the Riverton seniors tonight, Lander seniors and Shoshone Wrangler seniors last week, the vast majority of them, if not all of them, will potentially play tonight or will play last week, their last competitive football game they will ever play in their entire lives. So it's teed up by Little Snake River. Kick this time, they're going to put it in the air. It's caught around the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 27. Good 12-yard return there by Divergstadal. Seth with a good return there. First time they have not squib kicked it / onside kicked it for Snake River, and we've got to be getting towards the end of the 3rd here. Again, issues with the clock, not able to give that out, but that's all right. Clock's really inconsequential at this point. So Hess will break the huddle. 3-man line for him here. Single back formation, 1 out wide to the right. He goes out to the man on the right, complete at the 25, out at about the 30. So call it about let's see where he exactly went out. They're going to say about the 31, so a 5-yard completion. Completed to, is that Dylan Chamley? That's what it looked like. That'll give 67 yards on the day, age 21 for Siler Hess. That's the first target to number 7. Breaking the huddle again, one wide out right, shotgun. It's going to be Hawkins. He's going to hand it over to Hess. Hess is going to look deep and throws incomplete. Looking long there. Showed off a pretty good cannon there, did Hess. He was looking for Kinsler, and he was just unable to get a hold of that. Kinsler now been a target 11 times. They've hooked up 5 of those times for 37 yards, 7.4 yard average. And this will set up a 3rd and about 10. Going under center will be Hess. Got one tailback behind him. That's Kinsler. Going left to right on your radio dial. Snap. Sweep. Toss to Kinsler, and it's on the ground. Fumble. And recovered by Timber Cozens of Snake River. That will be the 4th time they put the ball on the ground. 4th fumble loss, and it'll be at the 27. It was good toss. Kinsler just unable to bring it in. And then when he went diving for it, just took a bad bounce, and it wound up in the hands of Timber Cozens. So now 6 turnovers on the day against the Dubois Rams. Huddling up over on the sideline is Snake River. They're going to come out in the I, and we're looking for different players in different positions. They're going deep. Obviously, they're going to hand off at the 25 to the 20, 15. And it's going to be close to where he went out of bounds. Going to get about a 13-yard gain is number 7, Timber Cozens. Let's see. Yep, about 13, almost on the dot. So I'll set up 2nd and 2, from the 19 of Dubois. Looks like Timber Cozens going to be in there the rest of the way. It looks like Quinn Sheeman's coming at quarterback. They're going to hand off to the fullback, and he's going to get the 1st down. Let's see, he's going to go from about the 12 to the 9, so about a 3-yard gain. For trying to lay eyes on who that is. Number 15, that's Jet Thomas, who took that handoff. 1st and goal from the 9. They're going to hand it off, and it's dropped now. Jet Thomas looked like he was ready to block, and that was not what he was supposed to do, because Quinn Sheeman tried to hand it right to him. And he came up and he didn't even close his arms right. That was definitely confusion of 2 of the younger players on this squad. And that is the end of the 3rd. We'll go to the 4th. It is 67-0 in favor of Little Snake River over the Dubois Rams here on KTAK.
Is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens. Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Dubois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK and Wire Today Media's coverage of playoff game of the week. Dubois goes in this 4th quarter down 67-0. It is Rattler ball, and they're just going to take a knee. It's running clock, but that's still interesting. You put the young guys in, they got to take a knee. I know the spread has gotten a little bit out of hand, but that'll be minus 1 yard for Sheeman. And he'll set up 4th down and goal. I'm wondering if we're about to see something interesting here. And taking a knee again. Again, we've got clock issues, so we really kind of don't know what that's looking like. So they're just going to turn the ball over on purpose on downs. And it will bring out Dubois here. I appreciate the sportsmanship. I just kind of don't get why are you going to take knees the entire quarter? I mean, no one's going to fault you, in my opinion. The coach said, I mean, they've got all their backups in. We saw that with the confusion on a play and stuff like that. But under center, Hess is going to hand it off, and Cooper Kinsler's going to get going from his own 8 to the 40. So 32-yard gain, biggest one of the day for Kinsler. That's going to give him 52 yards on the day. Actually, they're going to give him 6 more than that. Looked like he was tiptoeing the sideline. I thought he went out. He didn't. They'll give him 38 yards here in the 4th. And I would say, typically, especially like the Riverton game tonight, this would be where backups for either Star Valley or Riverton would be in. 6-man, not a whole lot of backups to be had, especially defensively. Little St. River only dressed about 15 guys, 16 guys today. Hess gets it. He's going to look deep. He's going to get it complete. It looks like it's Hess from the 34. It's going to go to the 25. 9-yard pass completion by Hess. Trying to eye who it was. There he is. He stood up for me. Xander Hawkins on the end of that completion. And it'll set up 2nd down and a little bit more than 5 for Dubois deep in the territory of Little Snake River. They will scrimmage from the 25. I am wondering if they're doing like one of the Wyoming Indian games we call, where typically you'd stop on change of possession and stuff, and they just said, forget it, just let the clock go. Single back formation, man in motion for Dubois. Hess is going to pitch it to Kinsler. He's going to cross the line of scrimmage at the 25. He's going to gain about 1. So they extended that play out and were able to hold them. Burlington encampment, last we saw, were in overtime. Let's see if we can catch that. It is 62-62. They went into OT at 56. They're in the second OT now. That's a heck of a game, I bet, with a playoff game on the line. 3rd and 4 for Dubois from the 24. Hawkins back there, probably hand it off to Hess. High snap, but he's able to gets it to Hess. Hess under pressure, and he's going to throw it incomplete, trying to get rid of it just as he was being sacked. Late decision to throw it to Dylan Chamley. Incomplete. He'll set up 4th down. So 4th and 4 here for Dubois. And we want to thank everybody here. We're on KTAK this week, but everybody who listened to us most of the season on KWYW from Dubois, Wind River High School, Shoshone High School, Wyoming Indian, just for supporting us in our Game of the Week. And we can't wait to get back out here next fall for another year of the Game of the Week. Snap is to Hawkins. He's going to throw it over to Kinsler. Kinsler now coming back around, and he's just going to get eaten alive. It's going to be minus 6 yards, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So minus 6 on the play, turnover on downs. As we said, it just makes the 3rd and 4th down completion rate worse. Only converting on one of either. 1 of 6 on thirds, 1 of 6 on fourths. Excuse me, 1 of 7 on thirds, 1 of 6 on fourths. And it's going to be a handoff. This time they don't down it. It's going to be straight up the middle for 4 yards. That is going to be handed off to Timber Cozens. And now I'm confused about that. I understand the not wanting to score, but now we're going to play. So you're going to – I just kind of feel bad, even though we're pro our small schools in Fremont. You know, you let these young guys, Quinn Sheeman in at quarterback, guys who haven't played all game, at least not any meaningful minutes, and you let them drive all the way down the field. Then you make them take a knee so they don't score. Now they're back up and doing it again. Toss sweep to the left to Timber. Timber's going to break it free. He's at the 30. He's going to go from the 30 to the 26. So it's going to be a 24-yard gain for Timber Cousins. 494 yards in total on the day to 186 in favor of Snake River. But we got a bit of dirty laundry on the field. Looks like it happened, can't tell, it looked like midway part of the run. It's 10-yard holding play. Yeah, it happened about 7 yards from the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to turn into about a 7-yard penalty in all. 40 yards worth of penalties, 5 of them in total. I formation, snap, toss sweep to Timber Cousins. Cousins out to the 30, now to the 40, back to the 30, and out of bounds. So he's going to go from the 26. He's going to go 26 yards on that carry. Just replaces 24-yard one that got nullified. And it will be first in 15, inside the 30 for Snake River, and that clock is a-moving. Breaking the huddle in the eye. Quinn Sheeman under center, takes it, hands it to the fullback, and we've got, I think, our first illegal motion of the day. Illegal procedure, false start, what have you. First time we've seen a play blown dead. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Rattlers. Try and get this score for you real quick. It was in second OT where Burlington and Encampment, they are still in the second OT according to this, tied up at 62. Out of the eye, hand off to the fullback. He's to the 30, 25, 20. And going to go out of bounds after they started on about 34 after the penalty. He's going to go out at the 17. So, well, easy math there. It's going to be Jet Thomas, for 17-yard gain for the Rattlers. So it'll be first and goal from the 7. No, it won't be because the penalty, it'll be about 2nd and 4. Now this is about the same area they took the knee. So snap, hands it again. Thomas, I think, dropped it. He gains a yard. He took it and then dropped immediately to the ground. So I think it may have fumbled out of his hands. They'll gain a yard, and that's probably being a little generous. In fact, that is too generous. Actually, when I see where they spot it, it's 0-yard carry for Thomas. Sheeman will break the huddle, and we've got whistles, and let's see what that is all about. Timeout Dubois here late in the fourth quarter. Timeout by Dubois Rams. We'll take it with them. 67-0 in favor of the Rattlers of Little Snake River here on KTAK and WYO Today.
Is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And welcome back out of the timeout to KTAK and WYO Today as we check out the Rangerpreneur scoreboard across the state here. Burlington encampment going to overtime. Oh, we'll get this play real quick, and it's the knee. So they take the knee on third down and set up fourth and about 5. I'm just completely, if you're going to do it, I would figure you do it all the time. But, hey, that's why I'm not the coach, too. So, but it's just interesting. Third time they've taken a knee, but they get all the way downfield and then decide to take it. I assume they'll take it here. But again, I keep wanting to say north. They're from the north part of the conference. North number 1 is up on encampment right now at Burlington. Not up. They're tied. They're going to 2 OTs. And there's the knee again by Quinn Sheeman. So that'll be his 4th time of the day taking. It'll be turnover on downs. So they were 0 of 1 until they started this. And now they're 0 of 3 on both. And we do have one final for you. Let's pull that back up. Class 2A, the West 3, number 4 seed overall, Cokeville has punched their ticket to Laramie, going up to face number 2, the Western winner, who beat them in the regular season, beat them out for the conference championship, Mountain View 40-14. So breaking the huddle, trying to see if Hess is still in there. I'd expect he is. He is. Going to be a toss sweep to Kinsler. Kinsler has to come back the other direction. He's got a little bit of room to run, but not enough to get anywhere near the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 4 for Kinsler. He was bottled up one side, went back the other side. And they're playing their younger kids. You can see around there, Sheeman's on the field, whatnot. And we've got something going on. I'm guessing that's the ball game. And that is your final here from Bags. Dubois 0, Rattlers 67. We will be back here with the post-game Click It or Ticket post-game show here on WYO Today. B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Good news, DUI crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County.
We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
And welcome to the Clicker Ticket Postgame Show here on WYO Today Media, your final here on 93.9 KTAK. The Rattlers of Little Snake River defend their number 1 ranking and will go to Laramie looking for the three-peat against either the winner of Encampment and Burlington. They are in their third overtime, tied at 68. So, in Dubois losing 6-7-0, Rattlers will look to go down and play against. Let's see here real quick. They will look for. There was an interception, we're told. It was returned all the way, but due to the overtime rules, can't return it for a touchdown. That's kind of silly. Wish you could. But it will set up, it looks like Burlington with a chance now. Encampment through the interception. Burlington going to have a chance to get to where they want to be, obviously, and that is to the state title game where they would face this Little Snake River team. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go to our stats. Here, we'll start off first with the winner, the defending two-time state champions, Little Snake River Rattlers. They put up 511 yards of total offense, only 98 of it through the air, 413 on the ground. They ran 29 total plays, 6 of 8 through the air for 2 touchdowns, both of those by Mason Jones, who was 5 of 7. Bridger Cozens was 1 for 1 throwing the ball. And as far as receivers go, no one with a ton of yardage. The most was by Irvi Marquez. He had, it looks like he was targeted twice for 29 yards. Touchdowns were scored by Hunter Jones and by Granite Reddy. On the ground is where Little Snake River really made their damage known. 10 carries, 307 yards for Bridger Cosen, 30.7-yard average, 4 touchdowns. Burlington's going to try and run for the end zone here, and he is in. Burlington will be headed to Laramie to face off against Little Snake River. And just what a wild game. Encampment went up 20-6. Burlington got up, and then Encampment came all the way back, forces 3 overtimes, and Burlington now will head to the state title game against the ones we just saw, Little Snake River. 6 total penalties for 45 yards against the Rattlers. They put the ball on the ground twice. They lost it once. They were oddly 0 for 3 on third down, 0 for 3 on fourth. But that really didn't matter. For the home side, for our home side, for Fremont County teams, Dubois Rams put up 182 yards of offense, 87 through the air, 95 on the ground. It was just really tough sledding. Siler Hess, who did the majority of the throwing, 9 of 24 for 76 yards, 1 interception. Cooper Kinsler leads all rushers with 55 yards. Siler Hess had 40 yards, and that was the only guys who rushed. 5.3-yard average, but that was kind of buoyed by a 38-yard run late by Cooper Kinsler and 2 14-yards by Siler Hess, excuse me. Receiving, it was Cooper Kinsler. He started 12 times, receptions were 6, 31 total yards, and as well as Xander Hawkins, he was targeted 9 times, caught it 3 times, 53 yards total. The first half where it all kind of fell apart, it was a key penalty. They only had one penalty all day, and it was that critical as Dubois did get down on their first 2 drives to the 5-yard line, just unable to complete it. And then later on a drive that was down around, it was 2nd and 1 after a 14-yard run by Hess, and they got a 14-yard penalty, what equated to a 14-yard penalty, and it just crushed everything pretty much at that point. But 2 interceptions total for the Rams, and in the second half, things got a little sloppy for them. They had one of those interceptions. They also put the ball on the ground 4 times, lost all 4 of them. 1 of 7 on third, 1 of 7 on fourth. It's just you're facing a powerhouse. It's a powerhouse in 1A6 man. Is Snake River. I know they've won the last 2 in a row. I think it's 4 or 3 of the last 4, but they've won 2 in a row, and they will now face Burlington for the title. That's kind of all the finals that we have is them, and then the Cokeville score over Mountain View. A reminder that we won't have to do the KFCW weird thing in about 1 hour and 57 minutes on this channel right here, 93.9 KTAK, the last surviving team from Fremont County. the Riverton Wolverines will travel to Star Valley, and they will face the number one team in the state with a state title bid on the line in 3A. This same station, this same YouTube account, and it'll be Cody and Baylor Beers bringing all the action to you live from Afton, Wyoming. This has been Kevin Shields. I want to thank Rusty Harris, who board opted for us in the beginning, and Cassie Shields back in the mothership for taking us down right now, and she'll be handling the duties tonight as well. Thank you for all of you all season long from Dubois, Wind River, Shoshone, and Wyoming Indian for making us feel so welcome when we do the Game of the Week. We will see you next year for the football, for Game of the Week, and we will see you next time on this station, depending on what happens tonight with Riverton, after today, or at least after next week. We'll see you when basketball season kicks off in December. Again, this has been Kevin Shields for WIO Today and 93.9 KTAK. Have a great weekend.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapaho Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College, offering 2- and 4-year degree programs.